Podcast 11, Week 13. Welcome to the podcast, Your Pregnancy Week by Week. This podcast covers the 40 weeks of pregnancy in 38 segments and is based on the book Your Pregnancy Week by Week by Dr. Glade Curtis, MD, and me, Judith Schuler, MS. The information in our books and podcasts is a general informative guide about pregnancy. None of the information we provide is intended to replace, countermand, or conflict with the advice given to you by your own doctor. Always follow his or her advice. Use the information you learn here as a starting place in your dialogue to help you put your pregnancy concerns, questions, or interests into words. The goal of every pregnancy is a healthy mom and a healthy baby. To that end, our podcasts cover many topics. In each weekly podcast, we'll highlight information contained in the same weekly discussion in our book. We suggest you read each weekly chapter to learn further information, such as how baby is growing and changing and how you're growing and changing too. Our book also contains illustrations of changes in baby or you, advice for dads, charts, lists, boxes, an exercise for every week, a comprehensive glossary, hints, tips, snippets, and blurbs we just can't reproduce in a podcast. So let's get started on this week's discussion. We're going to look at week 13. This week marks the end of the first trimester. You've finished 1/3 of your pregnancy. Only 26 weeks till baby comes. How exciting. You may be starting to notice some stretch marks are appearing. These occur when elastic fibers and collagen in deep skin layers are pulled apart to make room for baby. You may develop stretch marks on your breast, tummy, hips, buttocks, or arms. They can appear any time during pregnancy. Can you do anything to prevent them? Unfortunately, no. If you're going to get stretch marks, you're going to get them. They're just part of being pregnant. There's no magic cream, lotion, or potion you can use to prevent stretch marks. I don't care what the ads say. Products applied to skin will not prevent stretch marks. They can't reach the deepest layers where skin actually begins to pull apart, so they're pretty useless. Now, you may be able to lessen the severity of stretch marks by taking good care of yourself. Gain weight slowly and steadily. Drink lots of water and eat healthy foods. After pregnancy, you have some treatment options. Ask your doctor about prescription creams or laser treatment. Dealing with stretch marks may have to wait until you have all of your children. But I say wear your stretch marks with honor. They're part of being a mom. Have you noticed your breasts are changing? During pregnancy, you add fat and breast tissue to prepare for nursing, whether you breastfeed or not. From the beginning of pregnancy, your body is getting ready to breastfeed. By as early as 20 weeks of pregnancy, your breasts will begin to produce milk. Even if baby is born early, your breast milk will be nutritious enough to nourish him or her. Working seems to be the norm for many pregnant women, and most can work until they deliver if they want to. If you work, you may have some questions to ask your doctor and or your employer, such as, is working safe? How long can I work? Do I need to do anything to make changes? Work smart. Don't do anything dangerous for you or baby. Work with your doctor and employer. If problems arise, listen to your doctor. He or she may have specific suggestions or recommendations for you. Did you know we have laws to protect working pregnant women here in the United States? The U.S. Pregnancy Discrimination Act prohibits job discrimination on the basis of pregnancy or childbirth. Another law applies to you and your partner called the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA. It allows a new mom or dad to take up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave in any 12-month period for the birth of a baby. The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, protects most women who change health plans or enroll in a new plan after they get pregnant. Many states have passed legislation that deals with parental leave, so some state laws may apply to you during pregnancy and after baby arrives. Time to check it all out now. Caffeine is a stimulant found in more than 200 products, including food, beverages, and over-the-counter medicines like headache remedies. Caffeine isn't good for you or baby. You may need to avoid beverages like coffee, tea, and soda, or foods that have caffeine because you may be more sensitive during pregnancy, so be sure to read those labels. Limit caffeine intake to no more than 200 milligrams a day. That's 1 12-ounce cup of coffee. Actually, the FDA recommends pregnant women avoid all caffeinated products to reduce the risk of early miscarriage. Caffeine crosses the placenta to the baby. If you're jittery, baby may be too. And caffeine passes into breast milk, which can cause irritability and sleeplessness in baby if you breastfeed. Start now to check what you eat and drink for caffeine content so you'll know what to avoid. Probiotics are a hot topic. Probiotics are live bacteria and yeast that help digest your food and help your body absorb vitamins. They're often called good bacteria because they help keep your gut healthy. Probiotics are found naturally in foods preserved through fermentation, such as yogurt, sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha, and kimchi. Probiotics can also be found in supplements and some fortified foods. Many experts believe a balanced gut may help various skin problems and strengthen the immune system. Probiotics may even reduce the risk of preterm delivery and other pregnancy complications. Talk with your doctor about probiotic use. Don't take supplements without first getting his or her okay. Eating yogurt fortified with probiotics is okay because it also supplies you with calcium. Let's turn to a test your doctor may recommend around this time. It's called NIPT for non-invasive prenatal testing or cell-free DNA. The test uses a blood sample from you to determine the risk your baby may be born with certain genetic problems. NIPT tests baby's DNA. The test can detect Down syndrome and other problems such as sickle cell disease and cystic fibrosis. NIPT is only a screening test. If an abnormality is detected, diagnostic testing such as amnio or CVS is necessary to confirm it. Another test done around this time is nuchal translucency screening. It uses ultrasound to determine a fetus's risk of having certain genetic defects. A detailed ultrasound allows the doctor to measure the space behind baby's neck. If the fluid buildup at the back of the neck is thicker than normal, it can be an early sign of problems. Some doctors also look at the nasal bone. If no nasal bone is seen, some experts believe this increases the likelihood of chromosomal defects. The nuchal test and the nasal bone measurement only indicate the chance of a problem. Diagnostic tests such as chorionic villus sampling or amniocentesis are needed to diagnose a problem. Remember, our podcasts give you the highlights of what may be happening in any given week. Check our book, Your Pregnancy Week by Week, for more detailed information. You may also want to check out our book for partners, Your Pregnancy for the Father-to-Be. It covers pregnancy from a man's point of view and provides lots of valuable information a man may find very useful. If you want to find out more about our podcast, visit our website, yourpregnancyweekbyweek.com. If you're looking for something specific, check out the podcast topics list. It details topics covered in each podcast, so you can listen to a particular podcast or read a certain chapter week if you want more information, or if you want to check out something you missed or a topic we haven't covered yet.